Дідько. Хай йому грець. Sometimes I'm trying to get asleep and I begin to think about the war, about the explosions, about this possibility that any time my dearest persons can be killed. I say to myself, do not think about that. Think about flowers. And just look at this huge clematis. Oh yeah, it also smells very nice scent. Smell it. I started gardening long ago. When I was a small child, I adored flowers. The parents say that they just couldn't take me away from the flowers when I saw them. I have two gardens because I have a plot at my granny's and I also have a plot at my mother-in-law's. The garden in Kharkiv, it is bigger in size, much bigger in size. My great-grandfather received this plot after World War II, and his dream was an orchard. It was the Soviet times. It was really difficult to buy something in stores. The shortages were all over the country. He decided to change the situation, at least for his family, and he made this orchard. It was his hobby, but he turned this hobby into his business. He was gathering apples and selling them at the market, and in this way he made his living. My gardening also started as a hobby, just like my great-grandfather. I never thought that it would become something that important for my whole family. My husband, my granny, my mother-in-law, we all depend on the garden now. Well, I arrived to the garden. Let's enter together.
The granny is waiting for me already. Привіт! It's such a happiness to see her. She's 89 years old, and every day with her is a treasure.
Аллочка,
Привіт!
як я рада тебе
Привіт,
бачити.
привіт,
Як я
привіт.
рада тебе бачити.
А я тебе як рада.
Ой,
Ти як почуваєшся?
болію я.
Сідай, сідай, сідай.
The granny took medicines and she's sleeping. And here you can see the garden outside the window. Here it is, so beautiful.
Well, I planned to get to the garden early in the morning, but the day started just terribly with those explosions, and as a result, I arrived only by the evening. And, well, I'm starting doing the most important things which can be done today.
Look how beautiful it is.
This is clematis glaucophylla, and it's a very strong plant. Many seed heads, and I will be gathering seeds with my own hands. And these are very nice and very good quality ripe clematis seeds. Look how beautiful and how nice they are. Every time when I look at them, I just enjoy this sight. I hope you will enjoy with me. It's incredible how many lives, future lives, I have in my hand right now.
Selling seeds is our main income, and actually it's for the whole family. My aim is to collect as many seeds this year as it would be possible. Just every seed I see on my plants. Lots of wonderful and rare clematis are growing. Species peonies, snowdrops, garden orchids, and rare perennials. This is my real passion.
Так, ну все, дозбирала.
All the gardening season, all my efforts are dedicated to seeds.
Що ж нам ще можна познімати?
Providing the best quality possible, the best conditions possible. The survival of the family depends on it, but I'm always short of time. When there are air alerts, it is dangerous to stay in the garden. Sometimes we have rather quiet days. But sometimes it's just terrible, like we can have air alert every hour. Air alert and air alert, and again and again. especially here in Kharkiv. Everyone is afraid. Russia is very close to our city. When the war started, we heard the shots the same very day. The shots, the explosions.
Oh, just terrible. We have air alert. The sound is so unpleasant, it's very strong, and you just got extremely scary immediately when you hear it. Unfortunately, it's night, so nothing can be seen, just those very vicious air alert signals. It sounds just terrible.
Many people left. Many people. We just have empty flats here. Many people, I would say. Everyone who could actually left. And, well, lucky they are, I would say.
In several days we can have first frost, and this year I'm waiting for the winter with how to say it, with much fear, because it will be severe. The authorities promise that it will be even more severe than last year's winter. So I don't want my garden to fade, I don't want my garden to be frozen, because all those flowers, they bring so much joy. I still have roses there, and the roses are even higher than me this year. They were very abundant, and they're still flowering, adding much color to our lives. So clematis are also flowering. Now just look. This is, I think, the third wave of flowering. So it's beautiful. And while I can see, I will cut off several flowers to take them home, because it's just door arrangements. It's very important for me to have some fresh flowers, and I do it despite everything, even when it's really hard, because it helps to cope with the problems. So let me cut off some flowers and make a small arrangement at home.
Most news agencies promise a black winter for Ukraine. Everyone understands that the missiles are being put aside for the coldest period of the year. This period is the best for damaging infrastructure in order to leave the country without heat, without electricity, and without means of survival.
Так, а бабка вже вдома?
Ні, ще в лікарні.
В лікарні?
Так, ще перевіряють, бо їй зробили кардіограму, а потім ще будуть налаштовувати кардіостимулятор. Його ж треба вже змінювати, там вже сплинув термін, а змінювати немає коштів, поставити новий, бо він же ж дорогущий. І, не знаю, сподіваємося, що вдасться налаштувати і вдасться все ж таки, щоб поки що, поки немає змоги, щоб вона якось...
У тебе все там в порядку? По учобі?
Та тут більш-менш. Більш-менш. Не хочеться, щоб холодно було, бо опалення немає. Дуже я боюся знову захворіти.
А зараз взагалі боліє дуже багато людей.
Та багато, я також чую, і по новинах кажуть, що знову той ковід.
Да.
Ой, Господи, дуже, звісно, що.
I understand that as soon as we have the black winter, when the infrastructure is damaged and we do not have electricity and we do not have heating, the prices for fuel, they will just fly up.
Здравствуйте. Помогите кто-нибудь. А теперь пойдемте. О, здравствуйте. Сегодня у нас очень жарко, плюс 33 в тени. К концу недели обещают...
I had some plans before the war.
Поэтому как никогда стал актуальным
I made this YouTube channel about gardening in Ukraine.
на нашу горку.
I wanted to show that we can grow the same plants as other highly developed countries. When Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union, we didn't develop simultaneously with the Western garden culture. Only when Ukraine gained its independence and when the internet appeared, we were able to see the gardens abroad. It's very interesting to be at the very beginning of this industry. Nurseries and gardens forming in our country.
Чувствую, я буду ковыряться так очень долго. Наверное, нам понадобится помощь.
We wanted to make a nursery.
Да, очень нужно. Иначе съемки видео затянутся.
There was a high demand in the country for rare plants. But then my husband fell ill with COVID. He was on oxygen for almost 3 months. And then the war started.
Ага, кажется, сейчас ливанет опять. Надо убегать.
I miss those times before the war.
Давай. Скорей, почти. Надо снять видео про наш снегоочиститель.
Снега ж нет.
Да? А так?
О-о-о-о-о-о! Нифига себе! Слушай, а ты можешь так же с нашим автомобилем сделать? Чтоб... Оп!
I was actually paralyzed in the first months of the war because I had a very difficult situation. The husband, who didn't work and use oxygen concentrator, he had around 90% of lung injury and some heart damage. Also, a very old granny who was 88 years old and with serious heart disease. Also, my mother-in-law, she's not too young. They were unable to work. I understood that I do not have means to continue the treatment of husband, of granny. I do not have means actually to buy food. I do not have means to leave the war zone with all my family. I cried half a day because I understand that I do not have that funds. And well, that moment I started realizing that I have to do something like maybe else in my life because I'm just unable to help the people I really love, the people, my relatives. So, and when the war started, I keep thinking this way so that I'm doing not enough in my life. Selling seeds, it was like my last resort, my last attempt with no hope that it will work out. Foreign followers, they started ordering seeds. I understood that it may be a very good way to support my family.
The granny is closed warmly in her warm coat at home because we have no heating, and in order to heat with some electric devices, it's just extremely expensive. So we need to withstand this somehow. More roses to enjoy and even some clematis. You can see some beauty even in the middle of October, though it's so cold. This place was so beautiful and so charming in spring and in summer, but soon it all will be covered with snow and it will be really, really cold here.
I've sent seeds to the United States, Canada, to the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Switzerland, Poland, Lithuania, and also I had a parcel to one Japanese gardener. He wanted snowdrops a lot, as I have quite many, and so Japan as well.
So today's harvest. Here it is, and it is a very good result. I gathered lots of seeds, I worked for half of the day, and now I need to process them, so I have lots of work at home too.
It's a big, big joy that I bring some joy to the gardens of other people, and they helped my family to survive.
Oh, just look, Granny decided to support me from the window. Here she is, my dear Granny.
Ой, у лузі червона калина похилилася. Ой, чому ж наша рідна Україна зажурилася? А ми тую червону калину піднімемо, а ми нашу рідну Україну гей-гей розвеселимо.
Бути українцем – це означає величезна жага до життя, це величезна сміливість. Це сміливість відстоювати свої права, так, своє право на існування.
Well, the first snow of the season, so early. Previously, the first snow of the season was a fairy tale. This year, I rather feel sad. I'm so much scared of the black winter. Well, this year I do not enjoy the snow. But yes, it's beautiful. Just look at the garden.
We are afraid that international support started to shrink. It's understandable because the war lasts too long, more than a year and a half. We can just hope, and we hope for the best. We try to hope for the best. While you are alive and while you have an opportunity to make something productive, beautiful and good, there is always a hope. So we try to hope for the better, and we try to hope that the war will end, but we can't say when. Yes, of course, it's difficult, but actually, no one promised that the life would be just a pleasure, that it would be just simple. I was born in a very, very simple and poor Ukrainian family, so no way.
You can't imagine how cold I am, and it's high time to leave the garden because the curfew starts soon, and the curfew is the time specifically for the military men, and no civilian can be in the street at the moment because it's very, very dangerous and prohibited by law. So I'm leaving the garden and going home.